belong to Kotki. I'm currently studying in the Khan University. I was enrolled this year. My MDcat score was 189, and I have FSC background. And I did my FSC from my own city, which is Kotki. I used for the Punjab textbook as well as a federal book, and sometimes I did go through a Sindh book as well. But for MDcat, it was mostly everything from the Sindh textbook. And for MCQ solving, I usually went on the PreMed.PK website and some of the other books, including Red Spot OA Levels MCQ series and SAT books for all the subjects, but especially for maths. And I also used this one Gibbs book, which is very helpful in quantitative maths reasoning. I liked the fact that there were explanations for every answer. And so even if for some reason the answer was marked incorrect, there was explanation to refer to, and so we wouldn't get confused, right? If we were to solve the same thing from books, like the past paper, those bulky, stupid books, it was just so hard to actually understand why this answer is supposed to be the correct one. And most of the times the answers were wrong. Actually, like almost all of them were like so wrong. Okay, the concept that you knew were all like you would forget them as well. So that was like pretty helpful. Okay, there was explanation for every answer, and not just the correct one, but also like the options that were incorrect, as to why they were incorrect and why the one that's correct is correct. Probably at night when it all used to hit the way I used to, like it felt, it probably feels like this no matter how much you spend your time studying the whole day. At the end of the day, you feel that you wasted your time, like you wasted a lot of your time that you could have used studying, right? So it used to hit it at the night. So I kind of I'm into writing poems and somewhat novels as well. So I kind of used to write my thoughts down and make a poem out of them. That used to make me feel good somewhat, because most of the times I used to be ranting, journaling and all. So maybe that, but also I would watch a show, kind of, a sitcom or something. I think something I liked was a way that I would cope up with all the stress that I used to have. So okay, I've studied like 4 to 5 novels, and it's not anytime soon that I see myself completing any of those, and I'm planning on starting a new one. So maybe not in the next 5-6 years, but for the poems, I upload them on my Instagram page with the name The Erupting Words. So yeah. My brother used to support me with everything, like forms, filling out the forms, and pushing me to study, because it was kind of, so I'm like the first person to ever get into a medical university, so it was like my whole family's dream for me to go become a doctor. So maybe more than supporting, there were expectations that used to push me towards studying and getting good score and getting into the university eventually. So yeah, maybe those were something, and also getting out of the city that I had been living for so many years, and because it got so boring and I kind of like adventure, so I had to get out of there, and I was so determined to do that. So maybe that also. The independence is pretty amazing. The fact that I can do it, I have to do everything on my own, but I do kind of enjoy it, because I know where my clothes are, I know where everything that I have is, and so I don't have to spend like half of my time searching for things and all of that. So yeah, the independence is fine, but sometimes it gets lonely and all. But altogether, it does feel nice to be out of that place where I spent, the whole life that I've had. But being at AKU, it's obviously been amazing because AKU, like so far, AKU has catered all our needs, not just the fact that we are here for studying, but also how our personal development has to happen, and and the hobbies that people usually tell us that are not really taken care of if you get into medical studies, right? So AKU caters those as well. So being into AKU, it has been fun and maybe stressful in the academic point of view, but yes, it's good altogether. A lot if you compare my stage 2 form to the people from Karachi, but they do see what place are you coming from, right? So I had a couple of MUNs. I had online research workshop. I had my writings as my hobby, and I had done like great deal of stuff working on those. I had some public speaking experience and all. So yeah, it did justify the fact that I used up all the opportunities that I had, which is probably why I was selected. But that's how the process really goes. That if you're from, let's say, Lahore, which is a place where you would be expected to have tons of extracurriculars, so you're compared to someone else who is also from Lahore. So just for those watching, just make sure that you have used up all the opportunities that you had in your school and the place you're from, and maybe if you can go out of your way to do something more than that, then it would look really good on your form. I suggest buying all those books that people usually do while studying for MDcat, because if you compare the price that they cost and the price that PreMed costs, it's so much less and it's so much more convenient than studying from the books, right? So yeah, I think it was such a, like, I kind of enjoyed studying from PreMed as like more than I would have from books, right? So it's fun, it's convenient, it's cheaper, and it's like so much better than books. Yeah, I think I would say don't stress it out a lot, and just don't give up everything else that you do for all those months, because you do need something to channel your stress out. So do the things that you like, and also study, which you probably don't like.